Hello traders, the title of the video is 3 things one must know about WXY Elliott wave pattern. Alright, so this is a short video and we'll talk about 3 specific things that one must know about the WXY Elliott wave, a corrective wave. Alright, so the first thing that we must know, alright, is that the WXY Elliott wave may be confined in a gigantic triangle or rectangle. Alright, so that's the first thing we want to know. The WXY Elliott wave pattern can be confined either in a triangle, or you may say, oh George, is it a triangle? Not as such. It's a corrective wave. Now you understand what we said before to avoid confusion. It's a corrective wave. So all correction, we have the corrective wave can be confined either in a rectangle, which we call consolidation, or a triangle. But generally, when we are talking about consolidation, we think of horizontal consolidation. But the consolidation can be in the shape of a triangle, all right? So because the WXY is a corrective wave, it can be confined either in a rectangle or a triangle. Very, very important. And you may say, George, well, what's the point of this video? All right. And it will help you sometime when the wave count become a bit complex. And by drawing a triangle, so we have here, we talked about this before when I was talking about case study, WXY Elliott wave pattern tips and tricks that one must know. You watched that video? So that was the previous video, and we were analyzing Mattel. I like that name, Mattel. It's an American stock, right? And we talk about this, okay? W, the red W here, the SW, and the YW, all right? You remember? So this is a WXY wave pattern. So we want to show you that it can be confined in a triangle. Can you see a triangle here? Okay, let's call out that triangle. Which color? I will use the pink. So you can see now on your chart that yes, I have another pink line there. Okay, we'll clear it in a minute. In fact, I have too many pink lines. Okay, we use turquoise. Are we? Let's use orange this time. Can you see it? Is it clear enough for you? Or this is the triangle. You see? It can be confined. So we can draw another line here if you want to. You say, George, you are crazy. Can't you remove all those lines? Are you annoying me or what? My apology to traders. Okay, here we are. So you have a triangle. So do you agree that that WXY can be confined in a triangle? Good. All right. So sometimes it can be, sometimes it may be in a horizontal. Okay, consolidation, as I put it to you before. Okay, so it's a triangle. But now, if you remember that video that I'm talking about, that probably you already watched it, case study, WXY in your wave pattern, tips and tricks that one must know. We talk about the black W. See this, the black W here, X, Y being formed now. At this point in time, that black W, X, Y can be confined. It's now confined. In fact, it's now confined in a rectangle. So this is the top, as we call it here, the top of our rectangle here, and this is the lower. So if I color this also into black. Have you ever done Shotokan before? All right. Okay. Okay. So this is a kind of a triangle here. Okay, you see now? You see, in a triangle, horizontal channel, that's what I'm calling a triangle now. Am I making sense? Are you with me? Or is it too much lines? Because I don't want the video to be short, so I don't want to spend time removing all those lines. So you see, our black, this is all this WXY red is now our black W. Now we have the X, and we have the Y here. It's confined in a rectangle. That's the first thing that you want to know. Okay, talking about three things one must know about the WXY Elliott wave pattern. I need to remind traders that we are recording this video because a few months ago, a very patient trader did ask me a question to record video about the WXY Elliott wave pattern. So has been a long time now. I start posting video about this topic. So I encourage traders to put a comment, okay? You want us to talk about one specific topic, put it in the comment section. I'm not guaranteeing that I will definitely do it. I may mention it, I may touch it. It doesn't mean that your question is useless. But it's just, okay, what we are doing, okay? The second thing that one must know about the WXY wave pattern is that it is often prolonged over time, can take even up to 8 years to form. So it's good to know, all right, that WXY wave pattern is a prolonged correction, can take even up to 8 years to form. So here we have Martel. You can see that the correction has started here in 1998, all right, and that red WXY is completed right here in 2009. That's 11 years. Now, if we talk about the bigger correction, so the trending phase, all this is the trending phase, and the correction is still going on for Martel. Now, if you think of the black WXY, how many years? So from 1998, we are now in 2017. Now, by the way, were you born in 1998? So it can take many years to form. So it's a prolonged correction. It's good to know, yes or no? It's good to know that corrections, Elliott wave correction, can take a long time sometimes. And the WXY, because it's a complex correction, in fact, it's two big corrections that are linked with the X wave. One correction is completed, which we call W. People are expecting a trend. That trend has failed. That's what we call the X. And now, because the trend has failed, we'll have another correction again, forming, okay, the Y. And it can go on again. Now we have another X again, and the first WXY become our W now. Now we have another X, so it's a bigger W, X. Now we are having again Y. And you can continue like that and on, until one day, all right, a new trend, all right, start again. So it's a long form, it's prolonged, okay. So if you are forecasting the Elliott wave using the structure of the second wave, and you know that the second wave is, okay, is prolonged, alerting that when the corrective phase is starting, we have a high chance to have a prolonged correction. Think of the WXY wave pattern, okay. It doesn't mean that it's definitely what we're going to have, but usually that's what we will see, all right. So the third things that one must know about, okay, the WXY Elliott wave pattern, which you must know because you are a subscriber to 24 Elliott Wave YouTube channel. Yes, okay, is that one can spot the end of the WXY by looking for bullish chart patterns such as, okay, double bottom or inverted head and shoulder chart pattern. So after an up trend, maybe you couldn't figure out where is the W, where is the L, where is the Y. Look for bullish chart pattern. Here it is, double bottom. So here it is. It's a chart pattern. Here it is, okay? So there was a trending file, blah, 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 blah. Now you see a double bottom. think of a WXY wave pattern. I'm not saying that anytime after a trending fair you see a double bottom or an inverted head and shoulder chart pattern, that inverted or that bullish chart pattern is definitely WXY. I'm not saying that, but sometimes you will notice that the end of that specific corrective wave WXY will correspond to the a bullish chart pattern after an uptrend. If you are in a downtrend, at the end of a downtrend, look for double top or head and shoulder chart pattern after the trending phase. At the starting point of that double top or inverted head and shoulder chart pattern, that may correspond to the end of the WXY corrective wave after that bearish trend. Okay, so that's it. We want to keep it short. We are now 10 minutes now, and we want to wrap it up. So those are the three things that one must know about the WXY wave pattern. So I will be posting a web page at 24elliottwaves.com, and there are more about the WXY wave pattern. And once it's ready, I'll let you know. You can check it out. So because I don't want to make the video long, so I talk only about the three things that we must know about the WXY wave pattern. To summarize the video, the first thing that we must know is that the WXY corrective wave may be confined either in a gigantic, is it gigantic triangle or gigantic rectangle. The second thing that we must know is that it's a prolonged, over time, take longer time to be formed, can take even up to 8 years, to be completed, all right? The third thing that one must know about the WXY wave pattern is that one can spot the end of the WXY wave pattern by looking for bullish chart patterns such as double bottom, double or inverted head and shoulder chart pattern, after an uptrend, If you have any question or suggestion, put in the comment section. In due course, I will be recording another video to answer your specific question. If this video has been truly useful to you personally, alright, give us the thumbs up, please. Right. But if you think that, Joe, this is another proper format, useless video, post it on YouTube, alright, mark it down, alright. If you think that this is an essential tutorial that can help your friend, feel free to share it on Google+, on Twitter, on Facebook, and also on Reddit. Until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the TSTW24 traders, talking about three things one must know about WXY Elliott wave pattern. Happy trading to you all, and speak to you soon.